Morning.
Hello. Waiting on more peeps to join. Can you hear me okay?
Does this look okay for today?
Looks exactly right.
Huh?
It looks exactly right.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it was my fault.
Okay.
I
Volume
had
is
my
good.
video down. I mean, my audio.
There we go. Is that a Curtis and T, I see?
Morning, guys.
Curtis, y'all got volume?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's on.
Hello.
Morning.
Hello. Morning, Janine. Morning, Ryan.
Morning.
Hey.
Morning, Jill.
Morning.
All right. So I think it just turned 9 o'clock. Of course, start your mobility, but let's also give some others a few minutes. Hey, Espy.
She's back. Oh, here's my cat too.
Nice. You have pet harmony there?
All of the pets follow me all day long.
Nice. Good that they want you, but also it means you never have alone time.
Come on, let them outside. You guys go outside. Come on. Oh.
Melissa, are you yawning?
No. I woke up at 4:30 for no reason. I could not fall back asleep.
That's a normal wake up time.
I know. I was like, I bet Drew's up.
I was. You could have texted me.
I laid in bed for like a half hour deciding if I wanted to get up for a snack. I did. I didn't fall back asleep though. And at 6, I made coffee and just was like, oh well.
Well, there you go. Laying around, that's the problem.
I do that all the time. I know it doesn't help, but I do it anyway. Just wishful thinking. Teresa! Hi! I miss you.
I know. I'm going to try this, but we'll see how far I get with kids, you know. Give it a whirl.
Have you tried using a tranquilizer on your kids?
No, but I have been using them as weights. Come here, Lizzie.
Perfect. You're not doing med ball slams, are you?
I've been wanting to.
Well,
You know, I was thinking
so
a good
that's the
solution.
key, Teresa. It's okay to want to do a med ball slam. You just can't
I'm
actually.
allowed to think whatever I want. I'm just not allowed to act on all of my thoughts,
That
right?
is correct. Well, actually, I guess you are allowed to, but there are just consequences.
I think that would be illegal.
Right. Consequences.
Oh, look at the dancing kitty. Oh, that's cute. Melissa, come here.
Max likes the kitty.
Say hi to Melissa.
It looks really close to mango.
Oh, let me do this. Oh, honey. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Ryan, I didn't see your cup of coffee this morning. Are you
Here.
you getting crazy on us this morning? Okay, there we go.
No worries.
I was gonna say, now more than ever, routine,
Yeah, really.
our creature comforts.
My mom said she heard about a guy who ran a marathon on his 9-foot-long balcony.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
So I tried running back and forth down my block so the kids could come to the end of the driveway and see me, but it didn't work because, first of all, my little guy wanted to shoot me with his blaster, and then after that he just started having temper tantrums, so it didn't go very well.
Nice. I'm annoyed just thinking about how many times I would have to turn around on a 9-foot balcony to
That
do
sounds
it.
awful.
I can think of
Truly awful.
few things worse than that.
Yeah.
Why didn't you buy a treadmill? That's my question. Go buy a treadmill.
They're probably sold out.
Yeah. Practically everything is sold out right now.
Baby chicks are sold out. The hatcheries are all sold out of baby chicks. How about that?
Well,
There's a
Just- just make new ones.
beer that's not been sold right now.
Lori, good morning.
Good morning.
There you go. You got video too, or is that still limited?
Just audio today.
Okay, just audio. Well, we'll check in with you, make sure you're still there.
All right, super.
Cat. This is the cat. You showing the cat?
Wants to see the cat. Who is that?
That is Max. This is my
Max, you want to see my cat? Oh, there's another cat.
All right, what are the names here? Melissa, what's your cat's name? Jenny, what's your cat's name?
This is Mercury.
The other one is Mango.
Our
Yeah.
cat is Flannery.
Flannery.
After Flannery
Charles
O'Connor.
the Handsome and Brave.
Yep.
Teresa, who you working with there?
Sir Charles the Handsome and Brave.
Wow, that is quite a name.
I heard a meow. Mercury likes chasing after this, like you would spin it. It would fly off if you wouldn't let go.
So while everyone is finishing up their mobility, I'm going to do a quick poll of everyone on the call. When you're done with mobility, we're going to have a little bit of a talk about the movement principles that I did the video for yesterday, and then we're going to talk about some of the videos that are the concepts of the videos that are coming up. So first, did everybody watch my video?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Teresa?
What was I supposed to watch? I don't.
Teresa,
What? Tony.
you just made my day brighter.
There you go. Tony, turn your video on, buddy.
Not a chance, dude. I got to change, man. I'm running late.
Change first, then
Turn it on.
y'all gotta pay for this show. So
change first, then put your video on.
exactly.
Teresa, the only response I can think of to not watching my video is, do you get my newsletter?
I saw it. I'm a
Oh my
little
gosh.
busy here. I'm a little busy. I've got 2 little people. I'm happy I'm here though.
We are as well. I'm only teasing you.
I know.
We're gonna cover it once everybody's done.
Just yell at me if I'm doing it wrong.
Nice. Tony, hurry up and get some pants on. Turn your video on, buddy.
I'm working on it. I gotta have a place for my phone. Everything's falling apart today, man.
Man,
Do you have a
day.
place for your phone?
It's
Tough
a
day.
shit
It's only
show.
9 o'clock.
What we got there? We got that. And thanks to Ryan's inspiration and everyone else's, I actually brought my coffee this morning.
Oh, there it is. There
Oh,
it is.
hey, Tony.
Coffee salute. If you got your coffee, hold it up. There we go.
Doing my 16-ounce curls, but not like college.
Right. Other beverages. Plenty of those. Be sure to drink from your left side too, so you don't just have the right arm getting swole. All right. So guys and gals, is everyone far enough along in their mobility where I can start talking a little bit about the movement priorities
Yes.
that I posted yesterday? Okay. So a strength workout is a good example to start talking about this. So to repeat, we have mechanics, consistency, then and only then intensity. So an example would be something like a push-up, since we are all doing plenty of those these days. So a standard push-up would be on the ground. Full range of motion would be chest touching the floor and then elbows fully locked out at the top. So mechanics would mean, can you do all of those? Can you do a full range of motion with your chest touching the floor and elbows locking out at the top? If so, great. If not, we need to regress it. We need to find, for example, in the shop, we normally have a barbell in the rack and we do a hands elevated hands elevated push up, because I'm going to tip my hat up since my camera is up these days. We normally do hands elevated because that allows for the same basic mechanics, but it just changes the angle, which changes the difficulty just enough. Now, if you're unable to hit the mechanics, you don't start completing a whole bunch of reps, because then you're ingraining poor movement patterns and poor technique. On the other hand, let's say that you can hit the mechanics of a push-up, but your rep number is not quite very high yet. That means work with low reps and work with plenty of rest in between. So a strength day is a great time for doing that. For example, my strength, if I'm doing a push-up and I can only do one good rep, then man, that is my strength set for a push-up. I'm going to do one rep, I'm going to rest, I'm going to move on to my other movement that I have paired with it, and then I will come back and do my next one rep after that. Now, after plenty of time and plenty of experience working with those movements, then I can start increasing my reps. I can go to 2 push-ups and then 3 push-ups and so on. Okay? Is everybody following that fundamental principle? Does anybody have questions or commentary on that? Jill, let's hear it.
So if you have one good push-up on the ground and you're not sure if you could do 2 or maybe 3, do you go to 2 and fail, or do you do the one that you know for sure you can do?
No failed reps. I repeat, no failed reps. No, what I would do is I would work with 1 push-up until you are 100% confident that you're going to get that second rep. You don't attempt it unless you are 100% confident. Now, we might have
Some of us are a little confident.
What's that?
Some of us are always confident.
Okay, then use your confidence and your experience. So for example, if you were confident but then you failed, then give yourself more time before you attempt it again. But let me talk about how you would increase your confidence and your likelihood of achieving it. Let's say we're doing 4 rounds of our strength work and you're doing 1 push-up. Rather than trying to go to 2 push-ups if you're not quite there yet, go to 5 rounds of 1 push-up. Now you're doing more push-ups, but you're doing it in that guaranteed success zone. Does that make sense? Eventually you can go to 6 rounds and then 7 rounds. You do it like the grease the groove principle. And then eventually your 1 push-up is going to be so freaking easy that you just know without a doubt you're going to hit that second rep.
Gotcha.
Okay, other questions on that principle? mechanics, consistency, intensity. Everybody good?
Good.
Good, good. All right. So today, our strength workout is strength workout B. On Friday, when we all convened, we were doing strength workout A. Ideally, your workout B is a different set of movements, but using the same categories. So in other words, we're still going to perform a squat movement, but try a different movement from that category. So if you did goblet squats on Friday, today might be air squats for higher reps. Or vice versa, if you did air squats on Friday, today might be goblet squats with a little bit of weight. Or you could do something like a front squat. If you have a barbell, you could, hold your dog, hold your kid, whatever you got.
Would you view a front rack as an alternative to a goblet?
They're similar, but sure. We right now with the limited access and equipment that we have, yeah, we've got to find whatever way we can to make something just slightly different. Okay. Are there any questions about workout B? Does everyone have their movements already laid out on their spreadsheet or on their whiteboard or whatever you're using? Okay, if not, let's go through it right now. So raise your hand if you do not and if you need some assistance. Okay.
I'm almost done.
Do y'all have a sheet of paper or a whiteboard or something to write with?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first movement category is a squat.
4 rounds.
Your options are air squat, goblet squat. If you have any sort of equipment, you could incorporate that equipment in some way. Or if you have kids or dogs or something like that and you want to hold a little bit of extra weight, there you go. So do you have your squat movement? Good?
Pistol squat is good.
If you got pistols, that's a great one.
What? Who's pistol squatting?
I am.
Damn.
I think what Tony's saying is pics or it didn't happen.
Okay. Well,
She's on video, Tony. We're gonna see
video.
it.
That's
All right,
that's awesome,
so
Jill.
Lori and Teresa, your next movement category is a pull. So that could be a horizontal pull like a row. It could be a vertical pull like a pull up or chin up if you have a bar or if you have bands or anything like that. It could be a dumbbell row or a kid row or something like that. Or did y'all see my video about body slides?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have like a wood floor or a tile floor, you simply reach out in front of you and then you drag your body along it. Make sure you're adjusting for friction so it's as smooth as can be. Okay. Next, we have a hinge and a push. So a hinge is something that's hip dominant. That could be a deadlift and RDL, a hip thrust, or a single leg version of any of those. Single leg hip thrust, single leg RDL, and a push. A push could be a push up. It could be a press if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell or anything that you can hold and press overhead. Those are good. Okay. Next category was lunge and core. A lunge could be as simple as just a walking lunge, a reverse lunge, a split squat, a Bulgarian split squat. And then a core could be planks, side planks, tuck ups, V-ups, ab wheel. You can use sliders or like a towel on a wood floor to simulate an ab wheel, like a rollout. Okay. So are y'all good on the lunge and core? Okay, yep. Teresa, good? Good. And then finally, we have accessory / other. So this can be just sort of space fillers, things that wouldn't really fit into other categories. If you have something heavy you can carry, a loaded carry like a farmer's walk or a suitcase carry or a waiter's carry, that is a great option. If you don't have that, you could do something like calf raises, where you're standing maybe on the edge of a step or something where your heels can drop down and then go up. And then we've also used body weight triceps extensions. So those are demoed in the Never Gymless book, and I can probably demo it like this. So you put your hands out in front of you and you allow your body to fall down and then push away. So it's this movement with your arms. Similar to the way that we modify push-ups, if doing that on flat ground is too challenging, elevate your hands. If you need more, elevate your hands. Try using like your kitchen countertop or something like that. Okay. Now.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Because you're going to step through these with categories. Is lunge and core the same category?
No, those are a paired category.
Mention them at the same time. Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
And Drew, at some point, I would love to see you do that, the tricep thing that you were talking about from the book, like at an angle. I just don't get I tried it the other day and I gave up and I did dips instead on my couch, but I like yeah.
Okay, so let me, Tony, can you see this right here?
Yep. Okay. Your head's going way lower than mine was. There you go. All right.
So there you go. All right. Thank you. So now let's talk sets and reps, and we're going to get into the next concept for the video that I'm going to make, which is progressive overload. Progressive overload very simply means doing a little more or a little better. So for example, we don't have the full availability of the shop, and for your squat pattern, you might be limited to, say, a goblet squat, and you might only have one weight or one kid or one dog, and you could stuff your kid and make him gain weight, and then that's how you increase your weight over time. But more likely, you're going to increase your sets and or your reps. So for example, let's say I have a green kettlebell, and I did goblet squats last week for 8 reps. This week, I should try for 9 reps. The week after, 10 reps. The week after that, 11 reps. And it's really that simple. Another way would be, like I said earlier, for Jill's example with push-ups. If 8 reps, if I did 4 by 8, instead of increasing my reps, I could add a set. I could do 5 sets of 8 reps. Either way, I'm increasing my total volume. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions? Okay, let's get started on your first pair. So your first pair is a squat and a pull. And I want you working efficiently from one movement to the next. So do your first set of squats, make your way right into your pull, and then back to your squats and so on. We're going for 4 rounds, unless of course you're using one of the examples I just gave you and you need to add a 5th round. Teresa, question?
Okay, 4 rounds, and we're gonna do 1 squat.
You're gonna do your squat movement and your
one
pull
set of
movement.
squats, whatever I think is a good amount.
Yep.
And then 1 set of pulls, like for me it'll be body slides.
Correct. And you're gonna do that. You're gonna do that 4 times back and forth. Squat, pull, squat, pull, squat, pull, squat, pull.
Okay.
Yep. And that's all you're focused on right now.
Got it.
Okay. Let's get to it. Get started, y'all.
Okay.
Nice chair with books.
Ooh.
That's creative right there. Plus makes for a little bit of an odd object.
Okay.
Drew, I want to try this body slide. Can you tell me if I'm doing it right?
Yep. Yep. Maybe try putting your elbows further out to the side. Yeah, try that. See if.
That's hard.
Okay, so now put your hands in a way that just makes it most comfortable for you. And then push yourself back. Yeah, there you go. Now, alternatively to the push and the pull, you could pull, reset your hands, pull, reset your hands, but you'd have to be traveling further across the floor. And have one of your kids sit on your back.
Who wants to be a weight, kids?
Don't give them the option.
No.
It's mandatory. There you go, Teresa. Nice. Ryan, you got your lunch in that cooler?
Just water.
Just water. Oh, nice. Hey, wait. Good job of waiting it up. That's clever. Looks like Tracy's climbing through her ceiling.
Okay, questions.
Yes.
Pistol squats are fine on one leg, and I realize like not on the leg that's injured.
Okay.
Do I just do a double leg thing instead?
Well, it depends. Does double leg feel okay on the injured leg?
Yeah.
Can you challenge the intensity with double leg on the injured leg?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine going down. I can't get back up. So do I just use something to help me get up, or just not do pistol squats?
So I might give you a combo answer.
Okay.
I would do the double leg work.
Okay.
And then I would do the pistol on the good leg, because because a lot of strength is neurological, and you can develop strength on both sides by only working one side.
Okay.
Obviously, when you're healthy, you want to work both sides.
Right.
But in times of an injury where we just have to make the most of it, you can still make gains on both sides by only working the uninjured side.
Ooh, we're gonna have to talk about that later. Okay.
Yeah.
If you could see the uninjured side.
Tony, be sure to watch Janine's pistol.
Here goes. In case you don't believe I can do it.
There it is.
Damn.
Looking good.
Lost my balance.
That's amazing, Janine.
That's really good.
Nice and
job.
Jill, you look like you're right behind her.
I'm only doing it on one side though. My left knee feels weird when I do that. Looking good, Jill.
Thank you.
Jill, how do you like that pull-up bar? Does it work? Work
It
well?
works well, and Steve says it doesn't damage the wood.
Nice. Jill, do you have a 5 to 10 pound weight of some kind? How much is that?
11.
Do you have smaller, closer to 5 maybe? I did say 5 to 10, but I think closer to 5 would be better.
Oh, I know. This is a 6-pound med ball.
I think that's perfect. When you go down on your pistol, can you see me? I want you to extend all the way out, like when we do the counterbalance squat on our squat therapy. That's going to help you stay nice and tall.
That's harder.
Curtis, I see you're sharing the video this time with Teresa.
Yeah, let her have the bar. That's the barbell space.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I have a big kettlebell for squat.
All right. Guys, how are we coming on the first pair? Is everybody done with the squat pull or close to it?
Yeah.
Close to it.
Okay. So those of you that are still, ooh, Janine, I like that pull option. Good one. For those of you that are done, you can go ahead and start your hinge and push. And if anybody needs assistance with what movement to do or how to load it up or anything like that, throw your hand up and I'd be happy to help you.
Can you remind me what the hip thrust is?
Yeah, so a hip thrust. Let me see if I can just.
Lori, I'm doing those with you.
Okay. Can you? Let me see here. Okay, having trouble configuring my camera to look somewhere else, but maybe you can see me well enough when I get on this. Can you see me all right?
Yep.
Okay, so if I have my upper back resting on a bench and I drop my butt to the ground, hinging up is a hip thrust. Doing it with one leg is a single leg hip thrust.
Thank you.
Could you see well enough?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Like this, Drew?
Yep. Now your leg that's up, pull your knee all the way into your chest. And then let your foot just, so keep your knee up into your chest, but let your foot hang and relax. So rather than sticking my foot up like this, I want my foot to relax like this. There you go. But pull that knee all the way into your chest.
It doesn't go that way.
Pull it using the strength of your hip flexor. But Teresa, I want you to focus. So let go with your hands. I want you to just use your hip strength.
Yeah.
And I want you to focus on getting your hips as high as you can. Don't go down until you've maximized your height.
Okay.
There we go.
The kitchen floor is filthy. Those body pulls really did a number on cleaning it.
Yeah, someone told me to put a rag under my chest and put some cleaning solution on it, and
Yeah, exactly.
then do my body slides.
Welcome to the workout.
Nice. Lori, on your hip thrusts, make sure your elbows are out to the side and they're there just for support. I don't want them to be behind you like this to where you're resting on your elbows. Nice. Teresa, look slightly forward. That'll lift your head up.
How many rounds of these again?
4 rounds.
Heavier than the bar.
Teresa, you need to be on your back, not on your elbows. So you're resting on your elbows. I want you on your back. There you go.
Okay.
Looking good, y'all. So for those of you doing an RDL or a single leg RDL, eventually you might have to increase your range of motion. And one way to do that is to stand on an elevated surface so that your weight can go below the level of your foot. So in other words, a kettlebell hangs below your hand like this, and the kettlebell is going to touch the ground sooner with a kettlebell than it would, say, with a dumbbell. So one way to counter that, Jill, on that box, make sure your foot is squarely in the center of the box.
It works your glutes and that's what it does. And what you want to work on.
There you go. Nice, Jill.
That's hard.
Over here.
Around it over.
Yeah, towards the floor more. It's a hip control thing you'll develop. It's also awareness, like where are you located, and it's hard to think that.
Yeah, I think there's a similar thing in yoga that helped me now, like how my hips are folded.
Yeah.
There we go, Curtis.
We start the third round. Is that okay?
The third pair, yeah. If you're ready for it, get to it.
Okay.
Those of you that have finished your squat and hinge, you can definitely start on the lunge and core.
You mean hinge and push? Oh, squat and hinge, right.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Hinge and push. You're right. My bad.
Nice, Curtis.
There you go, Teresa. Nice job.
Go away.
Oh boy. Will you watch my push-up perform?
Yep. Although I can only see you at the top of your push-up. Can you scoot closer to your doorway or lower your camera?
Yep.
Nice. I'd call it right there, Jill. Good one.
Nice job, Jill.
Yep.
Two.
Good job. So good range of motion, good technique. One thing I like to do, especially on push-ups when they get difficult, is don't look down, because the first thing to happen is your head goes down like this. Instead, look slightly forward. So imagine there's something on the ground about 2 or 3 feet in front of you, and put your eyes on that spot. Don't do another one. Don't do another one.
Oh, I was going to try.
Nope. Get your rest and then go back and do it.
Okay.
The lunges, just regular lunges or waiting or what?
That's up to you. If you can load them up, you can also do, since you have, it looks like you have a tile floor of some kind and you did body slides, so you could do sliding reverse lunges. Get like a hand towel and fold it up. Put the balls of your feet right on that towel, and you'll actually slide pretty well on your floor.
Okay. Like so, Drew?
Yep, that looks good to me.
That's me. You are, can't be seen. Super. Hey, Drew?
Yes.
I was wondering, I was doing single leg hip thrusts. Beyond increasing reps, how do you increase difficulty on hip thrusts? Like I know at the gym we can throw a barbell across our waist.
Yeah, that you would do that more like on a double leg hip thrust.
Right.
On a single leg hip thrust, you can pause at the top. In fact, yep. And in fact, Tony, one of my favorite things to do on a single leg hip thrust, you're not just pausing at the top and holding it. Yep. You're trying to break through that barrier that's stopping you and push higher and push higher.
Sure. Sure.
So it's not just a hold, you're continuing to try to push. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does make sense.
Yeah, and you can imagine how freaking hard that's going to get if you're really, really trying.
Yep.
Nice, Teresa. Good V-ups.
Nice.
Are you able to go down? Might touch your nose before?
No, that's what's down my back.
Oh, nice.
It's a morning up there now. I can go with work. The first one.
Looks good, Tony.
I like the spreadsheet, Drew.
Check out my weights.
Subtraction.
Good for homeschooling and weights.
Nice.
I like Janine's contraption. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's why you have a six-pack. I see.
This ain't my first rodeo at the home gym.
When you do it like that, you're turning it into the RDL. But is it to drop the knee down?
So Drew, what time are you doing your workouts now with COVID going around? Doing them early?
Well, it depends on what me and Lauren and the girls all have going on that day. Me and Lauren have been trying to alternate so that one of us is with the kids. We've done it a couple of times where we have a little playroom, TV room downstairs where we have some equipment and some space, and so we might stick on a Dora the Explorer or Peppa Pig or something and try to occupy them.
Well, what do the kids watch when you're watching that?
Hey, man, I freaking love Peppa.
I wasn't around when my kids were that age.
So you just watch it now that you're a full-grown.
I'm still in my Teletubbies phase. I was embarrassed that we were at some event and someone wanted to know the names of the Teletubbies and I could like name them. And I face palmed in shame after that.
No, man, nothing to be ashamed about.
I can sing every word of Dora the Explorer theme song. I used to sing it to Adele all the time.
Oh yeah. And any adult with kids that says you don't participate in the Dora shows where they try to get the audience involved, you're lying. Can you say vamonos? Louder. Say, vámonos. Yeah, if you don't say it along, you're lying.
Swiper, no swiping.
Exactly, 3 times. And then
Swiper used to be in a damn zoo.
every time we see Swiper,
I'm the map.
there you go.
Soy la mapa.
Nothing to be ashamed of, y'all. Let's hear it.
No, let's do this workout to go.
And Anna, my youngest, she can do a good Swiper impression. She goes, "Oh man."
Did 4 ab wheel rollouts plus 1 missed rep because of I'm a map. I failed a rep.
You were laughing.
That made me laugh.
There you go. That's an acceptable reason for a failed rep. I couldn't even tell who was saying the "I'm the map." Was that you, Teresa? I thought so.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was.
Still working out in here.
You all have some seriously amazing home gyms. Janine, Tony. Yeah, the rest of you are all right.
I have to come down here every day to dust them off.
So, does anybody know, is Play It Again Sports open? And is that like a good place if I wanted to try to buy some weights?
They're like sold out of everything.
Oh,
Except for really tiny ones.
I don't want tiny ones. I have soup cans.
What do you want, Teresa?
What do I want?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean just in terms of weights?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, we could talk for a while.
I thought
Life,
good idea.
happiness, success.
How about like a backpack with some bricks in it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you do that?
Yeah, I can do that. I've got some bricks and I've got some paving blocks. But I would like to have, what I want is 25 or 20s for these things.
So Teresa, if we could find a way to do it safely, I have.
That's what he said.
And now you have 2 kids. I have 2 of these that I don't use because I have the hex style ones, and then I have 2 20s and 2 15s.
Oh my gosh, I would be super jazzed about being able to borrow those from you.
So you can reach out to me, like, you're on Messenger, right? On Facebook, you can reach out to me.
You gave me your number, honey.
There you go.
Just call you.
Text me directly, baby.
All right. I love it. Thank you. Yeah,
you can squirt them with disinfectant or whatever.
I would do that. I mean, even without coronavirus, if I'm borrowing them from you.
Nice. Have you been riding at all?
Have you been missing me, Tony?
I have been. Your snotty sense of humor is the caffeine I need at the shop.
No, I can't. I can't ride because I have the 2 kids and no spouse.
Right.
Remember, so that means I am completely housebound and cannot leave. I've been running back and forth down my street a little bit, but no bike ride. Have you been riding, Tony?
No, but my son has been. He stole my bike and he's been riding like every day now.
Stole your bike? Sounds like he's grounded is what it sounds like.
Nobody's grounded if they're stealing things for physical fitness.
There you go.
They have to be grounded outside, I think.
Yeah. Sucks that they closed Matt Dunn, though.
Yeah.
Cardwell Hill is open. Like Amy's Trail, Fit and Green.
I heard Fit and Green had closed down.
Nope. It's open.
Doesn't matter, I can't leave my house anyway. Does anybody want to buy 2 nice children?
How much?
Negative $40 each.
How old are they?
Feed them for like a day and a half.
Yeah. My little germ vectors. I love them. I really do.
Nice. All right. Guys and gals, are we done with the core and lunge or just about? Starting your accessory / other.
I'm on accessories.
The problem is this padded chair I keep sitting in. slowing me down.
Shape the path, Melissa. Get it out of the room.
Drew, I want to try those tricep extensions. Can you just tell me if I'm doing them
Yep.
right?
Are you doing them on a, make sure whatever you're doing them on is very stable and secure. What about your kitchen counter right there?
I'll do that.
I'm watching too.
Let me see if I can demo the movement a little bit better. So have y'all done a tricep press down on a normal before? Where you're holding the cable like this and you're pressing down?
Maybe not.
So now imagine doing that movement. I'm gonna have to imagine doing that movement, but your hands are over your head. So this is what you're going for. And so if you have your hands on a kitchen counter, let's say this is the counter, your head is going to angle just slightly down below that so that you're pressing above your head.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah. That looks pretty good, Teresa.
Okay. I'll be there in 5 minutes, little guy. What do we? What's the plan for tomorrow? Yeah.
Tomorrow's conditioning. Oh, you're asking what specifically?
Well, that's useful, and also what specifically? I'm just curious.
It'll be posted at 6:30 p.m.
Okay.
When we're doing the tricep press, do we want our hands far apart or close together?
You can do it whatever is most comfortable and allows you to do the movement effectively. So you might experiment with narrow, medium, and wide and see what is best for you.
I gotta sign off, guys. It was really nice seeing you all.
Bye, Teresa.
Nice seeing you, Teresa. We'll be in touch. We'll text and I'll get you some weights.
That'd be
Lori,
great.
Tomorrow,
Thanks.
next day.
Lori, can you see me real quick? So try to have your elbows like this instead of like this. There you go.
That's hard.
Jill, you might want to get a sturdier table.
Yeah.
Or that table might be fine, but just put it up against a wall or something like that so that it can't wiggle or move.
Okay, I got this one.
Those.
All right, Drew, I'm all done. I'm gonna take
Bye,
off.
Ryan.
Thanks. Have a good day.
All right,
See you,
Ryan.
everyone.
See ya.
All right.
All right, that's it for me too.
Great
Thank
job,
you.
Cal. All right.
All right, see you. Bye.
Really cool seeing everyone.
Yeah, nice to see you.
See ya, I'm heading out too.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Drew.
Yes.
My brother had this idea to do dips with 2 chairs, and it feels a lot better on the shoulder than like the edge of a couch.
Because they're by your side instead of in front of you.
Yeah.
Or behind
So,
you.
I like that better, and you can lean forward like you would on like a matador.
Nice.
I like it.
Okay.
More around. One more.
So while you're here, can you answer a question
Sure can.
about the neurological benefit of just doing one side, even
Yep.
if you can't do the other side well?
Yep. So I would use that as a short-term strategy only while you're injured. And
Right.
so this is sort of my understanding of it. And I am not a, neuroscientist or anything like that. But here's how it was explained to me. I'll use the basics of a car engine analogy.
Okay.
So let's say you have a V8 engine. That means you have 8 cylinders with which to do work.
Mm-hmm.
Your body might currently be functioning by only using 4 of those cylinders.
Right.
To begin to use 5, 6, 7, or even 8 of those is neurological. You already have the muscle there. It's just learning how to tap into it.
Right.
So by doing something like a pistol that's higher in intensity requires use of more of those functional motor units. And so you might start to use 5, 6, or even 7 of those 8 cylinders. By teaching your brain how to do it on one side, that will transfer over to the other side, even if you're not actually doing work on that side because of an injury. So that is the neurological component of strength training.
Because usually I hear like, if you can't do it on both sides, then just go lighter weight on one or don't do it at all.
Sure. Now, that is the reason I said short-term strategy.
Yeah.
During an injury is because if you're injured, that's an atypical situation and, you got to make the most of it.
Right.
The reason I don't recommend it on a regular basis is because if you're doing a lightweight on one side and a heavier weight on one side, now you're creating discrepancy. Or if there's already discrepancy, you're exaggerating that discrepancy.
Right. But for now, it's okay. Like, this is going to get better.
Correct. I think it's okay for now. And then when here's the thing. So let's say this is perfect symmetry between right and left.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is your injured one? Your right?
It's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's my right side. If you're only working your left, so I'll start down low. If you're only working your left, you might get a little bit better on the injured side, but more better. How do you like that? More better on the healthy side. And then once the other one is healthy, you can reverse the discrepancy and make it catch up to the healthy one.
Yeah.
So that's okay. But for example, if you're right-handed and your right arm is always stronger than your left arm and you always compensate by just doing a lighter weight with your left arm because it can't do it, then you're just always going to be like this because you never do anything to overcome that discrepancy.
Yeah. All right.
So did that answer your question?
Yeah. I didn't actually know how bad it was until today. So I was like, oh, that hurts.
Yeah. And to me, it's since it's a pain and an injury thing,
Mhm.
I'm sure it's just that a pistol is a highly advanced progression, and
Right.
your pain threshold is currently below your strength threshold to do that movement. So you just simply run into pain before you're able to
Right.
complete the movement. If you
Right.
remove the pain, you now tap into all that strength you already have.
Right.
So it's just going to be a matter of letting it get healthy.
All right. Cool, cool.
Awesome. Those pistols were amazing, Janine. Very inspiring.
Hey, I had to
work
work
quite
it out
good.
for a little while.
I imagine. You get that other leg back too, I'm sure. I'm taking off, guys. Thank you for a great workout.
Bye,
See
Tony.
you
See you all
guys.
tomorrow.
Thanks for leaving your video down until you got clothes on.
You know it. That's me, man. Got to pay to see the show. Bye.
All right, I'm signing off too.
All right.
Good to see
I'm
you guys.
signing off. Great job.
We're doing
everybody.
a virtual fist bump, all right?
Fist bump.
Virtual fist bump. I like that.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.